Hey guys, I'm gonna just do another video in here because it's just too windy outside. And yeah, it is a beautiful, beautiful day outside right now. I hope you're all doing well. This is gonna be let's do a little intuitive read. This is going to be an intuitive read for the collective. What's the title for this reading, Spirit? What is the subject for this reading? Okay. Where can I create harmony in my life? That's what I'm hearing. Where can I create harmony in my life? So, that's what we're going to be focusing on for this reading. Where can I create harmony in my life? What might be imbalanced? What might be causing? Sometimes it's just like something like could not be working at all, and it's like you think it's some huge thing, and it's just this little tweak. There's this little tweak that just needs to be done, and everything will flow as it is supposed to. Everything will flow freely. And a lot of the times the tweak is mental. A lot of the time the tweak is our perspective on a situation. It's just that little perspective on the situation that's like keeping it from coming to us. Silence and guidance and projections is in the reverse. Some of you guys, you're just so in your head. You really need to just go out in nature. Go out in nature and quiet your mind, even if it's for 5-10 minutes, guys. Some of you guys, you're just in there. You're in whatever situation you're in so hard that it's hard for you to see the outside perspective of it, because you're just like, it's like as if you were a mouse in the maze and you're like, all right, let me just see a way. Let me just see a way out. And all you're staring at are these walls, right? The maze walls. But you have to step out of the situation to get that aerial view so that you can see where the gaps are that maybe you haven't been filling in mentally. Yeah, this is about an outside perspective. Some of you guys are feeling guilty because you're not where you thought you would be by now. Give yourself some credit, okay? You're here, you're alive, and you're working on yourself, okay? Give yourself some credit. It's this self-critiquing stuff, man. It's really like, it's venomous. Is what just came to mind. It's venomous. It's us being venomous on ourselves, right? All right, I was guided to make a couple cards, like a couple, I guess I'd say like oracle cards. Where did I put them? Not too many, just a couple that came to mind that I'm just gonna shuffle and see what comes up here for you guys. Listen to subtle messages and a fresh start. Talk to children and pets. Okay? Listen to the subtle messages. It's gonna give you a fresh start, which might be a fresh perspective with how you're dealing with your situation. Talk to pets and children, okay? Sometimes we're also universally connected to source, that it's like thinking in the mindset that the answer that we're seeking is going to come from a specific thing, person, situation, right? That's actually closing all the other doors on what the universe wants to give to us, what our angels want to tell us. So I'm really getting here, like, your answers are in the subtle messages, and that you need to go outside, you need to walk through nature. Speaking with children and pets, they might, you know what, you might in your head think like, oh, I need to go see a therapist, or I need to go to this person who is a professional, or whatever the situation is. But you find yourself that when you're just expressing yourself like as if you're equal to a child or a pet, you're not above anything. And just like nothing is above you, we're all part of this, right? And divine runs through all of us, and messages come in in so many different ways. So, and I just saw synchronicities are everywhere. The universe speaks to us in so many subtle ways. So many subtle ways. So this is really a message to express yourself, equally, not through your ego, expressing yourself openly to people or situations that you might normally think are below you. Okay? Nothing's below you. Well, the ground is, but you know what I mean. Okay. So, a fresh start, a fresh perspective, going out into nature, speaking with children and pets, listening to the subtle messages. Listening to the subtle messages. What kind of spread are we going to do for this? Alright. We have patience in reverse, and covering that as the Fool. This is really wanting to start, and I did get the fresh start, right? So this is really about a fresh start. This is about starting something new. That could be confirmation right there. Situation here is about starting something new. And feeling like impatient about it. Feeling like it should be. It should be here already. I should be there already. This should have happened already. Alright? I'm getting a lot of like this is where it should be and it's not, and because of that, I'm to blame. What's overlying you right now is beyond illusion in reverse, which is telling me that your guides are sending you subtle messages and that you're just so in your mind that you're not open to them. This is really, really, once again, I'm seeing like go out into nature, go for a walk, sit by the water, sit under a tree. It's really, really grounding to sit under a tree. I personally, I find safety in that. I've never felt so safe as when I find like a nice tree that will allow me to sit and be like cocooned in it. And, that's where Buddha also found his comfort, his self, his Zen, right? There's something so beautiful about the tree and how it's like rooted down into the ground and into this world, but yet reaching towards the heavens, Yeah, so for some of you guys, totally. I'm getting that you are so closed off mentally that you're not even seeing the subtle messages that the universe is sending you right now. Okay, underlying this, we have maturity, which is telling me like you've been through a lot. And so, because you've been through so much, like you're losing like this sense of innocence of it's like you've been hurt before and you've been disappointed before. Maybe you've even disappointed yourself before. But this is about getting back to that innocence. This is about understanding that you're a human and that as a human, we're here to make mistakes because that's how we learn. If we never make a mistake, we're never going to grow and we're never going to go through the lessons that are tailored for us to really understand ourselves, right? You feel very, very alone. And I'm sorry for that, but you feel like nobody understands you. You feel like nobody's been through what you've been through. Nobody's seen what you've seen. Nobody's overcome what you've overcome. And that's great. And not great. I don't mean that in a sense of like gaslighting the situation, right? What I mean is nobody's ever going to experience what you've experienced. Just like you're never going to experience what anybody else has experienced, right? And that's the beauty of this life, is that we all are here experiencing different realities in the same dimension. And the best thing that we can do is embrace that our truth is our truth, our reality is our reality, and respect other people and situations. And this goes back to this card here, Innocence, with this older guy with this praying mantis, and understanding he's like bathed in light, and he's just so youthful and vibrant no matter how old he is, because he sees the beauty in the life that is this praying mantis. Now, is he looking at the praying mantis saying, oh, the praying mantis doesn't understand what I've been through, or like I don't understand what the praying mantis has been through? No, he's understanding that he's sitting in his truth, the praying mantis is sitting in their truth, and he respects it for what it is. You know, and that's the beauty of life, is that we are all so different. So it's not about being like, oh my God, I'm so different from everybody else. It's about being like, yeah, dude, like I've been through this stuff, and like maybe you've been through some stuff, and like we can both share those experiences or express those experiences or move forward from those experiences however we want to, right? But like they've made us who we are. And that's nothing to be ashamed of. For some of you guys, I'm really feeling like you're being really hard on yourself right now with either where you are, what you've been through, you know, where you think you should be. And this is about maybe look at yourself through the eyes of the praying mantis. You know, the praying mantis just sees your energy. The praying mantis might have just jumped on your hand because the praying mantis feels that you're emitting this beautiful divine light, because through no matter what you've been through, you're still standing in yourself, in your power, and in your truth. And so the praying mantis might have just jumped on your finger to say, namaste. Like the light in me sees and acknowledges the light in you. Okay? The praying mantis isn't looking at you through the eyes of judgment. So why are you going to look at you through the eyes of judgment? For some of you guys, I really see you need to step out of whatever environment you've been in. It's not doing you good. I'm sorry, it is not doing you good. in your current, in the energy that you're embodying right now, it's courage. And it's like you're ready to be this flower, right? Like spiritually, you've been through things. Mentally, you're judging yourself so much, but like physically and spiritually, like you're ready for this change, right? In your environment, you have possibilities in the reverse. Whatever environment you're in right now that's feeding you this feeling of isolation or of self-critique, it needs to stop. So step out of this environment. Go on a nature walk. Go maybe babysit or pet sit, or get yourself a little puppy or a kitty or a mouse or a praying mantis or whatever it is, whatever you can connect to that connects you back to that beautiful sense of wonder that this world has to offer. That's going to do you really good. And not only humbling yourself to the energies around you and how divinely powerful everything is, no matter how big or small, but in giving yourself, the more compassion and empathy that you are giving to the things outside of yourself, the more it's going to open up and create you to give yourself that same sense of empathy and compassion, right? In your hopes and fears, you have totality. That's your hope. Your hope is to be connected mind, body, and soul. Your hope is to feel like you are enough just by being you. That what you do is enough because it is you living in your truth, right? And then your final outcome, you have turning in. This is really about embracing ourselves, warts and all. This is about embracing our dark side and our light side. This is about owning our mistakes, owning our faults, owning our dreams and the things we've given up on and the things that have yet to come. This is about owning all of it, because we see ourselves that no matter what, every day, we are reflecting light. We're reflecting, and for some of us, we're refracting, because that's what came out, right? We're refracting light. Okay, we're refracting, which is giving us a different perspective of the same situation, right? So it's like the more that we can connect to things like nature and children and pets, the more that we're refracting our perspective, right? We're seeing our perspective from a different situation. Now, no matter where we are socially, status-wise, physically, these things, no matter where we are there, right? Is the praying mantis going to come differently at us depending on what's in our bank account, depending on what property we own, depending on, how established we are career-wise? Or is the praying mantis coming at us because of the light that we are emitting? So it's about looking at ourselves through the lens of the innocent, because then we can see they're reflecting and refracting how we feel about ourselves. They're reflecting our inner light, refracting the way that we see our light. We're looking at our light based upon the ego, whereas if we go and we look at it through the eyes of the innocence, through a tree, through a cloud, if we're looking at it in that mature sense, in that whole sense, then we can really see the love that we are, right? The love that we are. Okay, I'm going to get 3 more, please. 4 came out. Actually, 5 came out, and I feel like it's a little story. So, let's read the story. We have nothingness to completion, to fighting, to sharing, to comparison. Woo-wee. It's like in stepping out of the situation and scratching the drawing board, you're gonna find that missing puzzle piece because you're gonna get out of being in the situation. It's about stepping outside of the situation. You're gonna see that the biggest issue or the biggest blockage that you've had in progressing forward has been your own mental blockage, okay? And you're going to share that with others around you that you see. Sharing in comparison is that in you doing this and you overcoming said obstacle or looking at things through the refractive sense, right? That it's going to help others to do the same too. Because it's like, it's about seeing it through the eyes of the innocence, right? And that's what a lot of people have forgotten. That's what a lot of people have forgotten. So just be more compassionate with yourself. And the more that you can connect to these innocent energies, these energies that literally are just here reflecting innocence and love and light and divine source, you know, the more that we're going to connect to that within ourselves, the more that we can forgive ourselves and understand that we're exactly where we're supposed to be, because we're on the journey of self-discovery, and that journey is a beautiful journey with bumps and ups and downs and realizations. And that as a collective, the more that we unlock these realizations, the more that we can help the people around us also unlock these realizations, and we could all move forward and progress. I hope that you enjoyed this message. Have a great day.